Hi everyone, this is Joe Rebelo for Rebelo's Kenpo Karate, and in this episode we're going over some of the various weapon arts we do, some of the various arts that we utilize, various tools to defend ourselves. And one of the arts we teach is the American Filipino Arnis Escrima Kali training system. One of the major foundation arts for that is Professor Remy Presas' modern Arnis. We also do select systems of Arnis, Escrima, and Kali. And we're going to explain a little bit about the various actions and how they work from there. Today, we're focusing on disarms. There is no greater feeling in the world when someone attacks you with a weapon is that you're able to take it away from them and hit them with it. I don't say you have to do it, but it's nice to know you can. So we're going to go over some of the basic premises of disarming a weapon with a weapon. And maybe without as well. Let's see. Come on over. This is John Malone, one of our students here at Rebelo's Kenpo Karate. He's also a black belt in Sifu Art Lapham's Raven Kenpo Jiu-Jitsu and also in Kata Zenpo Goshin Jutsu, and has been studying effects for several years. Let's go over some of the various aspects of disarms. Now, in the Filipino martial arts, we use a numbering system. This is a strike or an angle. Because it can be with any weapon or an empty hand, what have you. If he feeds me a number 1, which is a inward, downward, diagonal, and that's part of effects. We detail it out. This is an inward, downward, diagonal strike. Now, I have several choices. I can either meet the stick, I can pass through the stick, or I can meet on the downside of the stick. So again, I either meet the stick, I can reinforce it so the thing doesn't smack me in the face, which has happened in the past. I can brush through the stick and then grab it with my hand, or I can move it on the downside of the circle and check it accordingly. Now, that being said, let's take some basic ideas. If he feeds me a number 1, an inward, downward, diagonal, I'm going to brace the stick. Way back when Professor Presas taught us initially how to look for the windows of opportunity. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, again, the crossed lines of 4 panes of glass. This gives us our angles of which we can enter and disarm our opponent. In the number 1, we have, we'll go to the number 1 window, and we have what's called a vine disarm, meaning stick to stick. And I can do what's called a quick strip. I grab here, I push pull, I whittle. There you go. So again, person feeds in, and I go, ah! Terrible, scary, frightening. Wow, leave me alone. I didn't hit him with my stick, I hit him with his. So that's the beauty of it. Person feeds in, I go, ah! Whoom, hi. Now, I can just as easily go, ah! Whoom, drop. Please. Whack. Okay. I can drop the weapon, or as you saw when I grabbed the weapon, I retrieved the weapon, hence retrievals. Now, if we understand that basic concept, then we can do some of the other ideas, right? So again, the person comes in with a number 1, and I brush through it and grab the stick. Remember, it's a stick, it's not a sword. I can just as easily come back and strike the hand here, or I can circle the stick and take it away. So again, person comes in, and I brush through, grab the stick, hit, whoop, there we go. If he feeds it again, right, again, I'm brushing through and I'm catching on the downside of the action here. I hit the hand, clock him at the insertion point, then I put this and I go, okay, there's the center of the clock, here's the second hand of the clock. I can go clockwise or counterclockwise, depending on your point of view. Now, the third level we can do on this also is that he's feeding a 1, and I can go on the downside of this. When I do this, hey, you know that circle we were talking about, 3/4 of a circle? What if I do it to him? Wow, that'd be bad. What if I grab here? What if I squeeze his thumb? Crunch, crunch. Ooh, that would hurt. Or I can take this action from here, go 1 more quarter, and crank him from there. I would never, pow, and fire that stick into his face. I would never take his stick and go, oh, I'm going to take that. Real easy. Why? Well, guy comes in, right? Ah! Horrors of horrors. Oh no, what will I do? When I go palm up, he goes palm up. Makes it real easy to strip a weapon. Yeah, beautiful thing. Now, the opposite of 1 is what? 2. Right? It's a sequential fashion, right? Numerical action, right? We're going to switch positions for this one for a moment. Remember what we said. I can either meet the stick, brush past the stick, or catch the stick on the downside of the action. So again, he's going to feed me a number 2. So if I catch the stick, like Professor Presas really taught us, brace that stick, hold that line. Sounds like football chants. So from here, I'm going to do a snake action. Snake means stick to stick was a vine. So stick meeting a stick. Well, snake is real. It's live. It's flesh. So when I do that, I'm going to make a snake. See the snake? Go to number 1 window again. I'm going to come around and in. Now again, I can do 2 things. I can do a sharp or a flat. On a flat, I'm just going to hook it. I will pull it close to me, and I will hold it like this, and I will say, this is my friend, and I'm holding my friend's hand. That really frightens me, but does it frighten you too? I don't want to talk about it. But anyway, I'm trapping him here. That's the flat. I'm making the snake. The snake wraps around its prey. Hey, you know what? Oh, look what I got for Christmas. I can retrieve it. I can trap it. So again, he feeds, right? And I break it from here. I come around. I grab the, we call this the puño in the Philippine martial arts. And all I do is, I'm going to do the funky chicken. There we go. That flapping elbow, like a chicken flapping its wings. So again, he feeds here, right? Well now, what if I use my knife hand? That, right? You said the other one was a flat with the hook. Well, it's a sharp. Hey, you know what? I can drop the stick. Go ahead, grab it. Whack. I wouldn't do that. I'm a nice guy. But the key ingredient here is when he comes in with that number 2, I'm bracing the weapon, I come around, and I'm using the knife edge. Suddenly this is like that wonderful French device, Cuisinart? No, guillotine. Whoa, drop it on top as he reaches for it. Could I strike him with the other stick? You bet I could. So once more, he comes in, I block, I come around, snake circle. Hey, here's his buddy going to attack me. Whack! I'll go hit him. Hopefully I didn't break anything when I fired it. No? You did. Scary. So I can fire it into the opponent using that same flapping elbow. Again, he feeds in, right? Bang, whoom. You know, I can hit him with the stick. I can hit him with the length of the stick. I can hit him with the pommel of the stick. I could hit him with my natural weapon, my elbow. I can do any of these if the price is right. Drop it up. So there's some ideas. Okay, so now that's our basic concept in modern Chinese. Well, what if I want to play with this some more? So now he feeds me with a number 2, and I brush and trap. Oh, I'm back to that again. Now that I've learned how to brace the stick, I can fire it off and shoot that hand right in. That's the key. Now again, hey, you know what? He's still got his stick. I've still got my stick. You know what the opposite of right is? Left. I slide it around. Oh. Drop the stick. All right, try it again. So, again, I'm here. I brush, I fire it right in. Hi, how are you? Opposite of right is left. I'll take the stick. I'll come around here. Oh, I'll bring it here. I'll trap it like this. Hey, you know what? He's still got a stick. No, he doesn't. Broom. I know you couldn't see that. That was one of those ancient Filipino secrets. Broom, broom. Anyway, I can switch it from right to left. Why? Well, guess what? Hi, whoom, hi, whoom. I check his height zone, his width zone, his depth zone. And I take the stick, and I switch it to that hand, and I come around, and I bring it up like this. See that? Isn't that beautiful? And fold him to a hammerlock. Now, all I have to do, see my bottom hand? Can you see it? Watch. Boom, boom, boom. I just squeeze it, open the throttle, he's an armbar. If I turn it this way, I can lock him up with my stick. If I stick my knee up here, I can put it right down, trap him and lock him like that. That's pretty cool. I would never knee him in the face. I need you like the flowers need the rain, right? Fascinating. Anyway, so the third one we were talking about was the downside of the circle, right? So he feeds me a number 2, and I go, oh, that would suck. Whoa, no, what am I going to do? Hey, I'm back to there again. Oh, wow, check this out. Isn't that cool? Squeeze. Right? I would never take this, go to here, and go, hi. Oh, almost smacked him in the face with his own stick. And it comes like in pro wrestling, we call this like a Japanese arm drag. So now he's feeding on this, and I'm moving on the downside. No, thank you. I shoot it in, I shoot it around, and I trap it with my body. Now, see this right there? Hey, remember that guillotine? What if I did it this way? Whoopsie, right? I can disarm it that way. Hey, I still have this. Wow, I can trap it around. Hey, I can go back to that one I learned earlier. That was pretty cool. Isn't it cool? Now I can pull out the cell phone and go, hey, Betty, man, kill me. Back it. Wonderful thing. Sure. So now on that downside, when I pass it, right, he's coming in, I match that angle. and I shoot it around. Hey, could I grab the stick? Could I grab the stick when I do this? Oh, that's, hey, we're back to that now. Wow, that's pretty cool. Wow, I would never grab my hand like this and crank him. Oh, that would hurt. Matter of fact, if I turn over this way. Where you going? John, come back! John, where you going? Now I've trapped him. Hey, see the thumb? Whoop. Mine now. So these are some of the ideas that we work with, we play with, we have fun with. If he feeds me, let's switch around again, John. So John's going to feed me a number 3 now. He's going to hit me in the ribs. He wants that great, wonderful Chinese appetizer, spare ribs. So he's going to clock me in the rib cage. Come on in. Pow! Right? I brace it. First of all, I match the action of the stick. Now, hey, I got a couple of choices. I got a vine, I got a snake. Well, you know what? I need a ride, so I'm going to go hitchhiking. Stick. Whack. So again, here I am hitchhiking. As my instructor and producer said, I'm going to go hitchhiking. I'm going to go for a ride. Give me a ride, I'm going hitchhiking. So here I am, and he feeds me that, right? He shoots in, boom, hi. Hitchhiking. Hey, remember we talked about earlier retrievals. What's a retrieval? I have to retrieve the stick. So now he feeds that same action, and I go here, and I shoot here. See this thumb? We call this the Kali's thumb from the art of Kali. And I catch it with my thumb. Now, again, comes in, I brace, I shoot across, I use my Kali thumb. Hey, I can wave hello, hi, see? Do it this way, that's the sign of the cross, baby. But anyway, he feeds in, come. So again, I brace from here, I circle it around, I strip. He goes to grab the stick, whack, I hit him with my stick. Shouldn't have grabbed that stick. After you, whack. Island guy. No, I'm not. I'm showing you the beauty of the art. That's the key. So now, hey, I'm going to brush. So now he feeds me a 3. I'm going to go, hi. Hey, remember that? What if he goes hitchhiking? I don't always have to be the one. Maybe he wants to ride. He wants to get away from me after I grab him with the stick. So he comes in, and he feeds, and I grab him right here, and I go, ha, ha! Now, see how I'm grabbing his thumb? Grabbing his thumb. I would never sit there and go hitchhiking. Oh, this is mine? Thank you. So again, he feeds. Pow, I grab the hand. I twist the hand. Hey, you know what? Sometimes when you're driving and you got to ride from hitchhiking, sometimes you go under a bridge. Under the bridge. So here I am. I got him trapped. Hey, he's still got the stick. I could take this hand. I'm going to go hitchhiking. Oh, no, I'll just take this hand like that. Oops. Now you're closer to grab your stick. Cool. All right. So there's all these different actions. By the way, in Filipino version of Jiu-Jitsu, like we just demonstrated, we have a technique called dumog. That's what it is, Filipino Jiu-Jitsu. So I addressed it, I passed it. Hey, but now he's coming in with a 3. Wow, that would suck. Oh, look what I got. Oh, hell, I got you. Isn't this wonderful? I slipped in the stick and it. Hey, remember that Japanese? Remember the opening the throttle? Well, here I am on the motorcycle. Boom, 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 boom. Where'd you go? Hey, smack, hit him in the head. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, I can hit you with your own hand. Hey, remember that throw we showed earlier? I can do it here. A lowercase version of it, but still the same basic technique. So again, he feeds me that 3, and I go, ah! Slide, hi, whoop. I could choke him. Still got that stick, he's going to try to hit me with it. Oh, that'd be terrible. That'd be horrible. I don't know what I do. Hey, 1, 2, 3. Let's inhale, shall we? Can you drop the stick? See my thumb again, Kali thumb? Whoop, I strip it. Fascinating. So, you want yours? Whack it. All right. So again, I'm passing the stick, and I'm doing what we call in Filipino abanico. Slide right through. Hi. He comes in to hit me. I could block it, and when he brings it, I'll just take this and bring it around with me. Hey, he's holding on to it. What am I going to do? I don't know. I have to think about it. Hey, pretty cool. I'll show you one more, have some fun with it. So again, these are the disarms, the ideas we can play with and work with in the various Filipino martial arts. He's going to feed me a backhand swing. I'm going to brace it first, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 windows. It's called thumb lock. I'm going to slide my thumb underneath and trap his thumb. See the trap? Squeeze! Hurts like hell. So now, hey, remember the three-quarter circle we were talking about? Yeah, I'm sure you remember it. I remember it. I pushed, I got 2 sticks for the price of 1. I would never whack, batter up. Hey. But anyway, he's feeding with that 4, right? Pow. So I trap his thumb and open up and re-grab with my hand. So now, hey, I'm back at the motorcycle. Oh, close the throttle, open. I don't know. Oh, that'd be pretty bad. Oh, look, it's up there. Now you try to punch me with that other hand. Don't punch me with that other hand, it'll hurt. If he bends that elbow and tries to punch me with that other hand, that hurts even more. Now if I step back and strip, whack! I hit him with his own stick again. I see a trend, don't you? So anyway, that's bracing the stick. Hey, what if I pass it though? So now I pass it. Hey, I could go back to that snake circle. Chew. It falls. So he feeds that action again, and I'm like, what? I don't know. Do you? If you go to punch me with that other hand, I have to go grab it. Oh, grab that hand. Oh, look what I got for Christmas. It's amazing. Hey, bottom hands there. I would never drop my stick and go, I thank you like this. I bet that kind of hurts. Punch me with that other hand. No, you don't want to do that. That'd be bad. By the way, I dropped my stick. I got to go get it. So now he's feeding that 4 again. So I can do this. I could also just go and drop the stick. Shoot this hand in. I'll take my stick. Hey, look at his stick. 3/4 of a circle. Hey, he's got one of those. Hey, I got one too. Maybe I hook it and pull it. Grip it. Fascinating. We're back to that 3/4 of a circle we were talking about, 270 degrees. So again, right, he feeds in, I brace, I turn, I hook. Here's a puño. Here's mine. I'll go 3/4 of a circle. I'll hook his stick. Now I'll roll it. Well, that kind of worked. But now, hey, Mr. Rebelo, where's the retrieval? Gotta find one. So he feeds that backhand action. I go trap, I go circle, I go lock, I go hook. Now watch, here's the cool part. As I roll it, I open my thumb. See that collie thumb? La, 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 la. I'm so upset. Here's that thumb. Strip. Hi. That's the key. There's the stick. So we look at these various actions and we look at how we have these different angles and the way we can strip a person of a stick. You know, I hear in the Philippines some people go, oh, disarms don't work. Really? You know, if you're a Filipino martial arts and you've got a guy 9,047,000 times over the course of years and years coming at you with different angles, and you learn these angles like you know your own name, to you, watching this, he can move fairly quickly. To a master of Filipino martial arts, dude, you're moving in slow motion. And that's how they look at it. Their mind clicks and they're suddenly watching these motions in slow motion. Why? They've seen it more times than they know their own name. So it becomes predictable. So they see the different actions, different motions. And that's the key. So that, simply stated, come on over, John, with the help of Mr. John Malord today, is some interesting aspects of the understanding of the Filipino martial arts element of disarming a stick. First of all, thank you, sir. We put our hand over our heart. And as we salute, I thank you. And I hope you got some fun with the art of American Filipino Arnis Escrima Kali training system. The Filipino martial arts with the explanations of Ed Parker's American Kenpo. Again, the key ingredient is not just knowing how to do something, knowing how to explain it. Welcome everyone. This is Joe Rebelo for Rebelo's Kenpo Karate. And in tonight's show, we're going to be working on one of the many arts that we teach at Rebelo's Kenpo Karate. Now, part of Rebelo's Kenpo Karate is the Nindo Ryu Kobujutsu. This dojo focuses on many of the arts under the banner of Nindo Ryu. Nindo Ryu means the school of thought of the style of endurance and perseverance. One of the styles under that banner is the art of Kobujutsu, the ancient martial arts. This is direct reference to the use of ancient Okinawan weaponry. In tonight's show, we're going to be focusing on one of the many Okinawan weapons, in this case, the use of the tonfa. And we'll explain a little bit about the history of the tonfa and how it's applied, and I'll have myself and my students detailing and demonstrating one of the many kata taught in Nindo Ryu Kobujutsu. So first and foremost, let's talk about the weapon itself, which is the tonfa. Now, hold on a brief shining moment. The tonfa, again, actually comes originally from the Chinese crutch or cripple stick. And again, it was used as a blocking and striking tool utilizing linear thrusting motions, circular strikes, and circular twirling motions. Now again, several different Chinese systems utilize what the Chinese call the kwai in their particular systems. The weapon was then brought to Okinawa. Now, it was also used as an agricultural tool. According to legend, some state that they would have a circular grinding stone with an circular indentation, and they would pour the rice in that circular indentation and take another stone and place it on top. They would then slide the handle in the side of the grindstone and then grind the rice using the circular motion into millet. The larger ones were longer and actually would slide them in a circle and walk in a circle grinding the rice with the grindstone. Now, in Okinawan tradition, this is called the tonfa or sometimes tuifa. And again, the tonfa, again, is a wonderful apparatus. It's a wonderful tool. Matter of fact, in modern society, there was one particular gentleman who was involved with police departments that incorporated this particular device into police departments to use as a side club as opposed to the conventional billy club or nightstick. And they call that the PR-24. Now, in this particular kata, we're going to be utilizing both of the tonfa. Now, there are many traditional Okinawan and Japanese influenced kata that utilize the double tonfa. Now, what we're going to be showing today is one of the many katas that we teach in Nindo Ryu, and that kata is called Hamahiga NoTonfa. Now, assisting me today, come on over. Assisting me today will be Neil Walker, and Neil's been with me for several years, and he's going to be going over the kata Hamahiga NoTonfa for all of you. And then we're going to be detailing out some of the various aspects regarding the kata. So I'm going to have Neil demonstrate the form for all of you. Neil, if you'll move back to the center there.
Hi, sir.
Now again, this particular kata is called Hamahiga NoTonfa. And we'll have Neil go to attention, and we call this iske. He'll then name the kata he's going to be doing, which is called, Neil?
Hamahiga NoTonfa.
Very good.
Oh, kata Hamahiga NoTonfa.
And we say that again as a presentation. Kata Hamahiga NoTonfa. Again, saying form and then the name of the form. You'll re, bow, yoi, you then prepare.
And then prepare.
Hajime. Very good, Neil. Nice. Okay.
Thanks, Sensei.
Let's move over a little bit. So Neil was working on this particular kata, and you know, again, it's a very involved form, as you can see. Thank you very much, Neil. Wow. And have a seat. Cool. So Neil was working on this particular kata. It's one of the master forms that's taught in Okinawan or Ryu Kobujutsu. And there are a lot of interesting aspects of it. There are certain drills that are always repeated over and over and over again. And you might have seen him do the figure 8, cross and back. And again, you'll also see this used in many of the other Okinawan weapons, including the nunchaku and later on even the sai and the nichogamo, double sickles. And you'll see different variations where, like in one section, he came in and out, paused it, came around and down, back out to horse stance, across and back. This is the prevalent theme of these particular drills. Also, again, the repetition, doing a technique over and over again to achieve a particular goal. That's the key. Now, as we progress along later on from this basic kata, you'll see, especially with the Okinawan groups, they'll do what we call the Okinawan shuffle, which is done in many Chinese martial arts. I study Northern Praying Mantis Kung Fu, and we do the shuffle as well, where many times you'll see a person doing this movement, and they'll block to their right, and when they move forward, they'll step 1, 2, 3, then bring the weapon across, and they'll shuffle again, across and back, and then shuffle the thrust, and then 2, 3, adding in additional shuffles and movements with that. At one point, you saw Neil extend the tonfa and then turn back, and you'll see a movement here where he takes his back foot and slides down and blocks down. I'll do this from a side view. From this position, he'll slide down and block down, and then twirl the weapon back in. I've seen some individuals who will add even additional circles all the way up, and then sweep back in downward block. So again, what they'll do from their position, they'll bring that high position, they'll block low in an extended position, do a full circle, rise it up, and then sweep back and catch. Very intriguing. And again, as you look at the kata, you'll see different ruha. Ruha means the different overall blanket schools. Sometimes you hear the term koru, which means old school, right? That's real old school. But the traditional kata, it has several variations. Another important feature you might have seen is what we call juji uke, which is a cross block. And you saw Neil at one point block down, extend out, cross the weapon, and then come back out and down before he came up and did the overhead strikes. Again, you'll see other people do this kata, and you'll see a lot of times that they'll block at various angles. So you'll see a person, they'll do a right block, and then they'll do a left, and then they'll do a right. Sometimes they'll change the hands over to reinforce the juji uke, or cross block. In this case, gedan juji uke, downward or lower gate cross block. Again, tonfa is a fascinating weapon. There's many different things you can do with the tonfa. Many times we work on various twirling actions, moving from different angles, and even 360s in the air to be able to strike with the extended position, like a hammer, or hooking, utilizing the hook of the tonfa to hook and redirect another weapon. Sometimes we'll take the tonfa and trap the weapon with the open action. Later on, when we learn other Okinawan weapons such as the nichogama or double sickles, again, these are all farming implements, farming tools and occupational tools that were converted for self-defense. Now, again, if you look at old movies like Robin Hood, where you see the farmers all come up with their pitchforks and their shovels and their hoes and their basic tools, and sometimes a flail to flail rice on a long handled staff. These were the implements the farmers used when brought into warfare. So too, in the Ryukyu Islands of Okinawa, this held true as well. So, the tonfa is a very intriguing weapon. You can thrust with it, you can strike with it in a circular fashion, You can spin it in a 360 fashion, a full circle, in different configurations and alignments. They make for quite the exciting weapon. So that is one of the weapons taught in Nindo Ryu Kobujutsu.